Hello everyone, my name is Where You Really Don't Care What My Name Is, and this is my review for the Logan movie. Okay, so this is the last movie that Hugh Jackman is going to be in as Wolverine, and I have to say, I'm sad, but at the same time, I'm happy with how well they did this film. I think everyone was worried how it was going to go after X-Men Apocalypse, but this movie, so much build-up, so much hype, they did a great job with it. I was very happy and sad at the same time, but it's a great film that has some flaws, which I'll get to in a bit, but there's going to be some spoilers here, so just letting you guys know. Alright, so let's get started with the story. The story I think you pretty much got from the trailer is we see Wolverine's healing factor is not working as it used to be. And he is dying due to the adamantium that is in his body. Apparently it's poisoning him, so he is dying, but he's trying to stay alive so he can keep the professor safe and get him somewhere so he can be happy, because the professor suffered a seizure that killed some of his students. We're not told who got killed, just that they got killed, and so he wants to get him far away, keep him safe so he doesn't hurt anybody or hurt himself. But they're met with a woman who wants Wolverine to take this girl named Laura to North Dakota to find these other kids who were all experimented on, who were all made in a lab, and they're being hunted down. So Wolverine has to take this girl, Laura, who is technically his daughter, and they have to travel up north while avoiding these bad guys who want to capture these kids, that want to make weapons and want to, well, do whatever it takes to get to them, even if that means killing people. So, how does that story hold up? Well, to be fair, I actually liked how the story holds up. I especially love how we see Logan struggling with, his healing factor not working anymore. We see him getting his ass kicked so easily by these thugs, the bad guys as well. So he's struggling to, to help any way he can, but he's not as he used to be, and that is very noticeable in this movie. We're also kept hooked on why the professor is in this, why he's with Logan, what happened to the other X-Men, what is this disease that killed a lot of mutants, and why isn't there no more mutants anymore being born? So the story does a very good job keeping you hooked on that. It also does a very good job where we're introduced to Laura's background, her origin as well. And I love how well it's told. It's very good pacing. It keeps you hooked on what's going on. My only flaw that I have with it is, I think it's just we're not really told much about what happened to the other X-Men. I kind of do want to know what happened to some of them. Were they all killed? I mean, they said several got killed, so does that mean the rest are still alive? What happened to the school? And, just some of the things we want to know what's going on, and we're not really told much, and not even told much about what is this disease that killed a lot of mutants. We're not given much of a background about that, but it's still well done. It's still a good story, and what makes it even better is the characters, which are all very good. Hugh Jackman in this movie, he's giving it all he's got. He's going out there, giving it all his all for this last performance, and he did a very good job at it. I also love Patrick Stewart in this movie as Charles Xavier. We always saw him as this guy who's very respectful, very gentleman-like, will not cuss. In this movie, there's cussing from this guy. He is cussing every time, and he has a lot of funny moments, and I love that about him. I really do. It's a lot different than what we've seen from the other movies, but they did a great job with him. The girl who they got to play as Laura, let me just say, I like this girl. I like her a lot, and I hope we see her again in more roles as Laura, as X-23. I hope we see her more. Maybe become the new Wolverine. I hope we get that, because I really want to see it. I hope it happens. We also had... Okay, I'm just saying this now. The bad guy who we focused on a lot, played by Boyd... I hope I said his name right. Boyd Holbrook. I love him. He is such a dick in this movie. I love him as a bad guy. And you really wish that someone will end up killing him. You want him to suffer after everything he's done. Not just to Laura, not just to these kids, not just to Logan, not just to the professor, but everything he's done. Man, you hate this guy so much. and how he goes out, bro, that was well done. He deserves that death. But yeah, I love all these characters. The only problem I have is the scientist who they got to play the one who created the mutants and everything. I had such an issue because he appears, but he isn't that good of a bad guy as the other ones. It's kind of a disappointment. I really wish they done a little better with that. Um, the one that plays X-24, just character-wise, I really wish we got a little more background with this character, get a little more development with him. I'm not gonna say who it is, who plays him. I think you'll figure out if you look it up online. But I just wish it was done a little differently. Some of the other characters were fine, but I do like that we're focusing more on Logan, the Professor, and Laura. All three, great chemistry. All three of them have. Logan, the Professor, such a great banter, and Logan taking care of Laura, also pretty good too. So it's well done. I liked it. So yeah, they're all good characters. Just some flaws, but they're all good. So what about the special effects, the fights, and the gore? How was that? Well, it's definitely not for kids, especially when we see Logan, thrusting his metal claws right into someone's. Ugh, that's brutal. And the other ways he's killed people, oh my god, it's so beautiful. Laura as well, the way she kills is also pretty cool. The fight scenes are all pretty good. I love the blood and violence we get in this movie. The environments where we're having all this take place is also well done too. So I will say they did a good job with that. I don't have any problems with the special effects. I have no problem with the fights. I have no problem with the blood or anything. It's just well done. Just don't take your kids. Please don't take your kids who might get influenced by this. But yeah, Logan did a very good job. It's a great film. I do recommend it for anyone who's an X-Men fan. Go right ahead and check it out, guys. It is worth it. If you want to go see it with your loved ones, go right ahead. It is worth it too. But again, don't take your kids to see it. Trust me, you don't want to do that, okay? Alright, so that's it, guys. If you have a different opinion about this movie or any of the X-Men movies that Hugh Jackman was in, leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. Hit the subscribe button. Check out my Facebook page as well. I will be here next time to do the review for Kong, Beauty and the Beast, Power Rangers. I'm doing them all, folks. I'm doing them all. Because March, we're going to have a lot of films. I'm going to be wasting a lot of money. But we're going to get some great films. So take care, everybody. And I'll see you next time. We'll give you more love, more entertainment.